Hey everybody, I think we're live. Facebook always confuses me, but I'm back on my laptop, so I get to talk with my hands again, so that's really exciting. For the next 5 weeks, we are going to be talking about the 5 shifts to go from burnout to balance as a mompreneur. I'm going to repeat that one more time just because it looked like maybe it wasn't live. Okay, so let's try this again. So for the next 5 weeks, we're going to be talking about the 5 shifts to go from burnout to balance as a mompreneur. Each week I will talk about one shift. These will be hopefully 10 minutes or less is my goal. Keep them short and sweet, give you little bite-sized chunks of how you can start to make change in your life and your business. So shift number 1 to go from burnout to balance is redefine your definition of balance. And I say that because a lot of people think of balance in terms of work-life balance. And to be honest, work-life balance doesn't exist. That's why people feel like it's just this unattainable thing that we're constantly chasing and never able to find, or people just give up on it altogether. But instead of thinking work-life balance, because the thing is there's gonna be times where you're gonna work harder, and there's gonna be times where life is gonna take over and you're gonna do less work. Like, there isn't a work-life balance. But that doesn't mean you can't find balance in your life and your business, especially as a mompreneur. Who has, you have your family, you have your house to take care of, you have maybe relationships to attend to if you're married, or you have a significant other. And then you have your business to run on top of that to try and grow and make profitable and continue to grow. And so I want you to think about, and if you've heard me talk about this before, you've heard me talk about this a lot, but I want you to think of balance in terms of stress versus rest. So recently on social media, I posted a little scale of stress versus rest. Because when you think about balance in terms of stress versus rest, it's actually easier to have something tangible that you can think about, and it will help you feel more balanced in your life and your business. And so we're going to walk through a little exercise, but first, let's just talk about balance for a second. Balance is a scientific phenomenon, right? Just like the law of gravity. Balance just means that you are able to remain upright and steady on 2 feet. You could even pick up one leg and balance on one leg, and it might be hard at first. You might be a little bit wobbly, but the more you practice it, the better you get. And the reason is because there's little proprioceptors in your feet and in your body that are telling your body how to change and shift and move the weight around to keep you balanced. And so the more you practice it, the better you get. And the same thing applies when you are thinking about balance in terms of stress versus rest, and when you learn how to find balance in that way. So I want you to do a little exercise. If you have a pen and a piece of paper, you can write this down. You're going to make a column that says stress. So I want you to put all of the things under that column that cause stress in your life. So a lot of common ones are lack of boundaries, too much on your schedule, could be life events, like maybe there's a sickness in your family or something like that. In your business, it could be marketing, it could be social media, lots of different things like that. And then on the other column, I want you to write rest. And I want you to write down the things that give you rest and relaxation. And so a lot of times those are, well, I'll give you a second and I'll let you put down what it is for you. What gives you rest and relaxation? You can even put down what gives you energy. And a lot of times, what people put down under rest and relaxation are self-care things. So it could be quality time with your family. It could be exercise. It could be getting a massage or taking a bath. There's lots of different things. It could be just getting out in nature. Everybody is different. And so I think it's really important if you know your personality, your strengths, your weaknesses, because a lot of times the things under your stress category are going to be the things that are your areas of weakness. And the things that are under rest are the things that bring you joy and bring you relaxation. So if you can think about balance in terms of stress versus rest, and you imagine a scale, so you have your things that you wrote down, and so it's like, okay, yep, lack of boundaries, too much on my schedule, and that stress side continues to go down and you start to get out of balance. But if you know how to offset those stressors or things to do to take down that stress, and then you start to level back up by giving yourself rest. And so knowing how to offset that is kind of like your little proprioceptors when you're balancing on one leg. So I want you to think about, I am all about efficiency and working smarter, not harder, so that you can live the life you want to and do the things that you want to without getting burnout. And so knowing your Enneagram number, I think, is really, really important. I have a coach within my business, within my Burnout to Balance program, that teaches on the Enneagram, because you can learn what triggers you. You can learn the things that you want to avoid. You can learn how to work more efficiently. And so it really helps with kind of that holistic approach of finding better balance. And we'll talk about that more as we get into other shifts as well. But I want you to, so my background is, I was an athletic trainer for 15 years. And so my background is athletes. So I'm always thinking about athletes and comparing to athletes, because as business owners and mompreneurs, we are very similar to them. We are always wanting to get to the next level. We have a hard time taking time off. We think more is better. There's just a lot of similarities. And so I want you to imagine that you are going to swim across the English Channel. And it doesn't matter how much work you put in, how much you have trained, how good of nutrition you eat, or how good of food you eat, and how athletic you are. At some point, you are going to have to rest, right? You cannot, I think the English Channel, and I could be wrong, I should look this up, but I think it takes I don't even know, a couple days to swim across the English Channel. It could be longer. I don't even know, but it's like a crazy amount of time. And so eventually you're going to have to flip on your back and take a little bit of a rest, or you're going to have to get a flotation device and get a little bit of rest, or you might have to get out of the water and sit in the boat for a little bit to get a little bit of rest. But it doesn't matter how physically fit you are. At some point you have to rest, because if you don't, your body is going to start to break down. Mentally, you're going to start to break down. Emotionally, you're going to start to break down. You have to give your body the rest, and you have to let it refuel, because the harder you push it and the more you push it, eventually it's going to get so exhausted and tired that you're going to start to sink under the water, and eventually you're going to drown. And so then you don't even make it to your destination at all. You don't even get to finish your goal, because you didn't put the proper things in place to give yourself rest, to have the longevity to swim across the English Channel. So I just like to give that analogy, because I think so often as business owners, and especially mompreneurs, we have so many things going on, and we have these goals in our business that we want to get to, and there's nothing wrong with goals, but it's how can we get there and do things as efficiently as possible, that we can still reach our goal but still have the longevity to keep our business running, keep our family running, keep our bodies and our minds healthy. So that was shift number 1, which is redefine balance. Think about balance in different terms. If you are watching this on Instagram and you didn't catch the full video, you can join the Balanced Mompreneur Facebook group. We'd love to have you there. And And if you have questions about what this looks like in your own life, or you want to talk this out, I would love to chat with you. You can send me a direct message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day.